what's up? Hope you're having a great start to your day. If you're new, I'm Jessica, Earth Angel 111. I'm gonna hop in and do a kingdom spouse reading, okay? I recently put in one of my readings for you collective to drop a comment what you would like to see, and someone said kingdom spouse please. So I will definitely get a message out for you today. So remember to take what resonates. This is going to be a kingdom spouse love reading, and leave the rest for another person. So overall energy says, I want to plan our future together. So there could have been some type of instant knowing when this person first met you that they were finally aligning with their true path. When you meet your kingdom spouse, it has to do with you being incredibly connected to divine. No time before will you ever encounter your kingdom spouse until you truly have come into that recognition of where you're at on your spiritual journey. So your person has been very sure about you from the moment that you met. Beautiful. The Hermit and the King of Wands could be an Aries, Leo, Sag, or a Virgo. This person was very sure of the fact that you bring about a certain amount of balance into their life that they feel like they really need. And most importantly, you allow this person to feel centered. Beautiful. It is 111 as I'm recording this message. So double confirmation for y'all. Angel number. You could be seeing 111 a lot, or you are seeing a repetitive number a lot. I feel like it's that one. But yeah, this person wants you to know that they feel a very safe space within your connection. And most importantly, you bring this person back down to being balanced, back down to their spiritual path. So your person feels before they met you that they were almost being led astray on their spiritual journey. Wow, split the deck and look what came out. Like they were surrounded by low vibrational people or toxic situations. And since knowing you, you've brought this person back over to divine, back over to God, back over to a moral compass per se. So they have nothing but passion and love for you because your person feels like you do a really good job at reminding them of who they are, the good nature in their heart, and most importantly, to stay on the right path, to stay on a path of spiritual enlightenment, to stay prayed up. So your person feels like because of you, they spend more time in prayer, where in the past they went through a lot of difficulties in their life and they weren't praying. And they came to realize that somehow God brought you into this person's life to remind them of what a blessing love is. And most importantly, what a blessing life can be. So 10 of Swords here, your person was at a point in their life where they needed to find balance. This could be someone who lives a very busy lifestyle, a very materialistic lifestyle at times, and they felt as though they were really just living a life that they weren't necessarily proud of. They may have had a lot of accomplishments, they may have a lot of material possessions, but there was always something that was missing, and it was their connection to divine and a love that connected them to divine. So in the past, this is someone who had multiple options. When you first met this person, really interesting energy that this came out. This is giving that this person actually mistaked your relationship for something that they didn't want to be a part of. So for example, this person could have chosen another individual over you. If that's the case, they're realizing now that they had put themselves in a karmic cycle. And wow, it says you taught them how to trust. So fact of the matter is, if you first met this person and they chose someone else over you, they're realizing that your love never disappeared when they did. That you showed them unconditional love, and most importantly, that you stuck around when most people would leave. And so this is how your person knows that you truly are their kingdom spouse, because God sent you in to heal this person's heart, and most importantly, to remind them of what it's like to have a unconditional love. That means no limitations, not someone who wants you for certain things, or wants you for material gain or success or recognition, or is with you for the wrong reasons. And this person dealt with a lot of relationships prior to knowing you that were that way. And this won't resonate for everyone, but for those of you who know that your person had an option between you and another individual and they chose another person, they've woken up since to the fact that this person chose someone who actually was materialistic over their true genuine love. So this is someone who wears a lot of designer brands. This is also part of some type of material awakening of this person, because you're dealing with someone who may be very successful or may be very much so submersed in the 3D, forgetting that really the core beliefs and values is not what you wear, how much money you have, or who you are, or what you look like. It's about who you are on the inside. It's about the energy you put out to others, and most importantly, it's about the love that you give to others. So you have taught them that, and you're very loyal to this person. They really appreciate that about you. It says your loyalty means everything to me, so absolutely beautiful. This person knows that there were times where they were not loyal to you, but you stuck by their side. You've continued to show them forgiveness. You've continued to show them unconditional love, and you've brought about a lot of balance into this person's life. They were going through struggles internally that maybe no one knows but them and God, but they know that you recognize them for the pure heart that they have deep down. So you were guided to them when they need you most. Absolutely beautiful. And there you go. That's a confirmation on a kingdom spouse. You came into your person's life when they really needed to find themselves, their connection to God again, and most importantly, a love that understood all that. And that's exactly what a kingdom spouse is. This is someone who you need to find yourself going on a spiritual fast or reconnecting with God, spending more time in prayer, devoting your life to spirituality, whatever this is, right? Or all the above. You're that person for them. So you don't misjudge them based on their beliefs or their ability to want to connect with God. So absolutely beautiful, because, you know, before you find that person, you can also feel very lost on your spiritual journey. Like, are you on the right path? Are you asking too much of a partner? And they've come to figure that out. You're someone who would always be on the same path as them. And most importantly, you know, you praise them for their true, genuine beliefs. So no one could ever love them the way that you do. This is how they currently feel about you. They've come to realize that it's time for you two to plan some type of beautiful, positive future together, because your love is truly unconditional, and they feel like they're surrounded by people in a world where love comes with limits. And this person needed to find someone like you to really just show them that life is so much more than what you see and what you get. It's really who you are on the inside, and most importantly, it's about always showing up for someone even when they're not showing up for themselves. So you will be together very soon. Your person feels as though they've come to some type of awakening recently that they weren't showing up for themselves. So until they figured out how to do that, how are they able to do that for a partner? So today, as it stands, your person feels incredibly grateful that the two of you have been able to bond on such a beautiful level, and most importantly on such a spiritual level. They feel like you two have this telepathic communication, that you don't necessarily need words to know how the other is feeling, and you don't even necessarily have to be right in front of each other to know how the other is feeling. Your bond is so much deeper than that. You've brought about a healing to this person that they never even knew that they needed. So they're so grateful for you today as you're watching this message. And what you need to know is that your connection between the two of you will continue to blossom, because it is God ordained. You two both needed to find each other at a point in your lives where you were ready for this kind of connection. One that is of an intense depth, and most importantly, one that is everlasting. So let's do something spontaneous together. Your person may feel as though you two should do something out of the ordinary. Maybe you both are pretty much what you see is what you get. Like, you don't take risks or adventures. Like, you don't do anything like spur of the moment, right? Like, let's pack up and go on a trip together, or let's go get some type of random sport, like go to a sports game or play sports, or you know what I mean, stuff like that. Maybe this person isn't the type to be like, hey, let's pack up, go to Vegas, like, but maybe with you, that's what they want to do. So absolutely beautiful. Aww. So this is funny, because when I was shuffling before, this message kind of was at the top, but it didn't come out, so I didn't pull it, and it came out again. It says, I'm planning a surprise. So what they want you to know is they feel like you've shown up for them enough. You've really been that voice of reason in this person's mind to let them know that it's okay to accept themselves for who they are and keep moving forward on their path to discovering more about love and life and spirituality. But they want you to know they felt like they'd never find you, because they kept going through a cycle of feeling like they were blocking their own blessings, or feeling as though they would reach a certain depth in their life and everything would start to plateau. Or also the fact that when they got a certain level of intensity in a connection, falling in love with someone, that all of a sudden that person would turn around and break their heart or betray them or not end up being who they thought they were. And this person loves the fact that no matter how much time has passed, you haven't switched up on them. You've always been that person that they can count on. And most importantly, you've always been someone to remind them what it means to have such a beautiful connection to Holy Spirit. And they love that about you. The Hermit, they know that you two would have such a beautiful home together. If you are in a current relationship with your kingdom spouse, just know they feel like you make a happy home. You make the home feel complete, very peaceful. You too, if you don't live together yet, will have a very beautiful routine. I feel like it'll be spent time in meditation or prayer, or, you know, devoting Sundays to the Lord, or family dinners, stuff like this. And this person loves that about you. They feel like you're someone that they can count on. And most importantly, you two could both be very close with your family. So they love the fact that you two will continue to create a closeness within your family lives, submerging them together, and most importantly, if you're able to, making your own family together. This is something that they want. This person sees themselves wanting to have a very large family, 3 to 4, okay, of your own children either coming together or you having your own family if neither of you have children yet. So beautiful energy, okay, wow. It says maybe we should go on a date. So right now, if this is a brand new connection, or even if you are dating this person, they feel like you two deserve more time just one-on-one, just connecting, bonding, whether that be, you know, going to the beach together, going out for dinner together, going to the movies every once in a while. Your person wants you to know that they want to spend more time devoted to dates together because they feel like you deserve that. And most importantly, they love connecting with you on a deep level, just the two of you. This person knew that you were their kingdom spouse from the moment that you always believed in them. So this is really much the most important message in the entire reading, because what it takes for someone to realize, you know, that they found their kingdom spouse is not only being on a spiritual path of enlightenment and divine wisdom and a connection daily, okay? Not just every once in a while praying, a daily connection to divine. Okay, you believed in this person when no one else did. So you could have watched this person, or you're currently watching them really redirect themselves in their lives, whether that be going through a period of change, building up themselves in their success, their career, their overall attitude and way of being. Like, your person knows that you believed in them to be the change that they wanted to be for a very long time. So this could even be that you've known this person and watched them mature and watched them grow and watched them become a more peaceful, serene version of themselves than maybe they were when you first initially met. This person was incredibly lost when y'all first met, but your kingdom spouse feels like you've helped them, guide them to a 180. But what they're not seeing in themselves is they've done that work all on their own. You were just there to be that voice of support. So maybe you should go on a date together, okay? So yes or no is here. Your person, your kingdom spouse, has a very important question that they want to ask you very soon. For some of you, I really feel as though it has to do with your hand in marriage, in a divine holy matrimony, and this could be what they want to know. But there may also be something else. For example, the two of you may be thinking about starting a new chapter together, moving in together, moving somewhere, building your family up. There could be a yes or no specific question that they feel as though they want to ask you coming up very shortly or in this current moment. So think hard where your relationship's at, because if y'all aren't fully dating yet, or this is a newer getting to know each other connection, it may not be getting married right away. But if you've been in a long-term relationship with this person and that's never been in the conversation, or it has been and it's never been put into action, this could be what they're wanting to ask you. But yeah, very specific yes or no question from your kingdom spouse. Now, beautiful, it says, all I want to do is bring a smile to your face. Absolutely beautiful. So your person wants you to know that they feel as though you have this natural ability to calm their spirit, and most importantly, you always know how to make them smile. So wanting to return even just an inkling of that energy back to you. Your person feels like you really help recharge their battery when they're feeling depleted emotionally or even spiritually. And that's also really how this person knows that you are their kingdom spouse, because whenever they feel a disconnect from life, love, or themselves, they feel as though you are reminding them what it means to be able to overcome. Now, beautiful as well, this person does appreciate the fact that you keep them in your prayers always. So whether you've actually told this person you pray for them or it's just something that they know you do, this person wants you to know, y'all, your kingdom spouse wants you to know that they pray for you often as well. Beautiful, lots of earth energy here. So you and your person could both be earth signs, Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo, and lots of fire and air energy. So pretty much all the signs are here anywhere in their chart. But your kingdom spouse wants you to know that you believed in them when no one else did. And you've really watched this person come into some sort of abundance or, success. They really have planted the seeds in their own life before they met you. And now they're finally able to, kind of put the fruits of their labor or their life and career into perspective. And this person's glad that things turned out the way that they did. It's like they had to go through all those nights spent alone or questioning themselves and their path and working on their own success and career in order to find you in divine timing. So your kingdom spouse really knows that you two found each other exactly at the divine timing that was needed from one another. So let me see if I can pull any more messages. Two of Swords in reverse. So in the past, this person felt like they were never going to find someone as loyal of a companion as you are. And not only do you make this person feel like they're on the right path, but you also bring about a certain sense of security and stability into their life. They love that you don't switch it up on them. They love that you're always the same. Like you always put out nothing but loving energy towards them, especially when they feel like they need it most from the person that they love. So your kingdom spouse wants you to know that they'll only ever be loyal to you, and that most importantly, this is a new chapter in your connection, especially as the seasons are about to change. We're about to go into fall. By winter time, there could be a very significant question that this person's going to ask you. A lot of you, it has to do with solidifying your union for the world to see. So whether that be through holy matrimony, through starting a family together, through being reborn together, possibly for some of you, this person may want to get rebaptized or anything like that if that's in your spiritual practices. But yeah, this person wants you to know that they feel as though you came into their life at a time that they needed you most. They were dealing with a lot of codependent partners in the past, unhealthy attachment, feeling weighed down, and they realized that it came down to them having to continue to move forward towards a partner who truly just connected with them much more in a love sense than a spirituality belief. So in the past, this person really kind of put love on the back front. They were not thinking about love. They were thinking about career and success, and they just feel like you came into their life when they needed you most. So a lot of you, this is a new love, or this is your current love connection that you are experiencing as your kingdom spouse. And you need to know, okay, divine message here, that this new love will show you why you never settled. So absolutely beautiful energy. I feel like y'all just need to allow this relationship to continue to blossom, to continue to grow, and to realize that this person, whenever the two of you aren't together, they feel incredibly disconnected from you. And if there's any type of distance between the two of you, this person was brought into your life to also show you what it means to have patience in a relationship. It says, I bought a plane ticket, I'm coming to visit you. So this person could be thinking of planning a trip to come see you, or possibly close the distance between the two of you. And kind of funny, because this isn't in the love messages, but it literally says this city's been calling you for a reason. So some of you have felt divinely guided to move to a particular place, whether this is where your partner lives or not, or them towards you. one of you are really supposed to kind of just be ready for this shift in your love and your connection.